Hi, Mike Peters again here. Uh, this video, I'm making another video here today because aggravation and frustration that I feel about the theft of my son to cover up for a doctor who lies in Children's Medical Record, Dr. Zoanne E. Dreyer of Texas Children's Hospital. The state pretty much has it figured out in the medical industry in Houston. You can bet that they're donating to the elections here in Texas, which are paying for their protection, as the Texas Medical Board does simply nothing. They just simply say, we believe the doctor. And the doctor simply says, he said that he told me, meaning me, that I didn't give my son one of his meds for 1 month out of the 2 months I had him. Now, she didn't tell that to CPS when she was trying to manipulate them 2 times and failed. No. She said that in the medical report after CPS said they saw no medical neglect. Lied, said that in the medical report before she even saw me at the hospital. Because I have the exact time the lab results came out, she hand wrote on it. She had already lied an hour before that. Faxed that to my wife's attorney to show the judge, and that lie took my son from me. Now, Baylor College of Medicine, where she's employed and who insures her, and her working at Texas Children's Hospital, where she lied in their medical records, are bonding together to protect this doctor. Both Baylor and Texas Children's Hospital had their attorneys at each and every one of my divorce hearings, which spanned over a year. I guess it's unprecedented. Why was their presence necessary? Talking to the prosecutor in the Conroe courthouse, Judge Tracy Gilbert, refusing to even look at, entertain any of my motions. I complained about him was trying to change judges because he's been bought out. Now at the end they threw in a retired judge. Maybe this is way of Tracy Gilbert's washing his hands. James Esquire from Hempstead, Texas comes in. His take in the deal was to sell off my land, $230,000 land, for $103,000 through his realtor. Now, I don't know if he's getting kickbacks or not, but I don't see how you can sell that property because this is just cash value I put in the land and developed. At any rate, this Judge Esquire scratches out all the medical neglect because I knew it was a sham. And I didn't even show up for the divorce hearing, so he scratches out all the medical neglect. The only reason that my son was taken from me. And signs his name to it. I guess that's so I could get some kind of visitation rights down the road. But I have no visitation rights. The jury gave us joint custody. I haven't seen my son since. All to protect this doctor. I have all the evidence here, all the proof, to prove that this doctor's lying. My son, who has cancer, leukemia, deserves a father in his life. And Texas Children's Hospital should be ashamed of themselves. The administrations at Baylor and both Texas Children's Hospital are protecting this doctor. Because if it came out that this doctor was falsifying medical records, she's the head of the cancer center on the 11th floor of Texas Children's Hospital. She's the big whiz there. That she's falsifying children's medical record, what's that going to do for the credibility of both Baylor and Texas Children's Hospital? So that's where the donations come in for the elections, because Texas Medical Board says we believe the doctor. They don't. You can send them all boxes of evidence. The doctor has, all she's saying is that I told her. And I'm permanently putting it in writing to everybody in the state of Texas, senators, governors, everybody, that was a lie. And no one's doing nothing in the state of Texas. It's up for us Texans to do something about doctors who lie in medical records to steal children. We have to stand firm and fight a corrupt government. Rick Perry is in charge of Texas Medical Board, and we have to take the bull by the horns, as they say here in Texas. Forget the old boys school. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. I'll turn a blind eye if you donate to my election campaign. We have to stop this because it is stealing children from their fathers, from their parents, who need their parents more than anybody. This is corruption at its finest. I challenge and ask each and every Texan to pitch in and donate and help us. Help us put a billboard out. I took it to the hospital with her picture on it, calling her a fraud and liar. But she wasn't going to do anything to me because it has to be hush hush. Please join the fight for Dalton and myself. The information is on the tabs here. God bless you.